We're going to hear why it's so important to get input from different perspectives during design and product development. So this is Andy. Nice to meet you, Andy.
Hi, Ben. Hello.
So give us some insight. So we had quite an interesting chat around a lot of the marine industry struggles to innovate and incorporate different perspectives into their product development. Why is that important to do?
I mean, but by the way, let me just say we're not trying to criticise the marine industry. Yeah. I think the context of this is we're all facing a massive need to step up in terms of innovation. You know, everyone has got to go up a couple of gears to start doing.
So much change.
So much change is needed to achieve some of the things we need to over the next, over the next few decades.
Yeah.
So that's the baseline. So, but I think classically the way the marine industry is structured is there's a lot of people there who are extremely passionate about what they do. They've come, we all love boating. That's why we're there.
Yeah.
But consequently, I think that tends to create an environment which is a little bit insular. And people do things brilliantly, I think, in the marine industry, but it tends to be very much an incremental development process. And focused around obviously very functional for obvious reasons. Stuff must not break.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I think whenever you look around and see the major change or something really exciting and new that's happened, or some new boat, that's the type of equipment that's come on the market, it's usually because someone has either worked with somebody external in a different way, maybe a different viewpoint or different methodology for design, or they've collaborated, or they've come from another industry themselves and they've got a very different perspective on the world effectively.
Yeah, and
so that's often where these radical changes come from.
Yeah, and you have a team that essentially brings that different perspective and has input from different industries to help this product development along the way.
Yeah.
How do you approach that? Why does that give so much value to somebody trying to bring new products to market?
I think that's a great question, because if you agree there's a link between how you do something and what happens.
Yeah.
Then fundamentally, if you want something different to happen, you've got to look at the how you're doing it.
So it's approach it differently. How's the different inputs, because then we get a more holistic view of how else we could do it. It might be something that the company and their team hasn't thought of whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really appropriate solution.
Well, and if you've not been trained in lots of different design methodologies, why would you know there are lots of different design methodologies, right? Yeah. So that's a massive word, isn't it? But that's our job. We're not specifically just to engineer aluminium parts, or our job is to understand situations. What's the best methodology to use to design something? And there's lots of tools you can use in that. And there's lots of different ways of thinking, and I think you've been talking to some of my colleagues about process, but there are different flavors of things you do throughout that process for very good reasons. And that's where we bring a lot of experience. Plus, we work with lots of different technologies and lots of different industries, so we're bringing a lot of other stuff in.
Yeah.
And actually, quite honestly, we brought stuff out of the marine industry to other places.
Right.
Because I came from the marine industry. I mean, the huge camera mast we did, that all had marine rigging on it to make it possible.
Okay. Yeah.
When we tried some other industrial stuff that failed, so it works both ways. But I see that kind of collaboration as fantastically powerful.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you, Ben.
Everybody, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following here to see plenty more of it outside of that. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.